Yes, for the next 5 weeks, you're going to be Cupid. By the time we're done, you could have created the next Brad and Jen.
Split up.
Tom and Nicole.
Split up.
Jordan and Peter.
There we go, Peter and Jordan. That's what it's all about, folks.
There we go. Kelly Brook is going to be telling us why she wasn't quite as confident back then as you might think. Past struggles with body confidence, why she's given up her dream home and how her wedding almost ended in disaster. Work mags and the noughties, but behind the glossy exterior, Kelly Brook was actually struggling with her body confidence. Now, in her 40s, she is super proud of how she looks, and so she should be. It is the gorgeous Kelly Brook. Kelly Brook, who I believe is having a rat girl summer.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
I love this whole thing of being a rat girl. I'm all about that.
It's empowering, do you
I
think?
think so. I think when January comes, we always, like, panic, don't we? We think, right, we've got to get our bikini body on for the summer. And I think it's... Not you, obviously. And I just think it's really nice that we've now got, like, coined a phrase and we can all just embrace it, because I'm all for it.
So what does that mean to you, then?
I think it means not putting any pressure on myself, not having to have, like, some deadline and achieve some weight that is not sustainable. It's just about embracing who you are throughout the year and just having, you know, confidence in your own skin and just being, you know, the best version and the healthiest version of yourself, but not to look a certain way, and I think that's really what it's about.
So when you've spoken in the past about feeling, you know, happier, more confident now than you did in your 20s when we're seeing all those photographs, were you under enormous pressure then?
Well, the thing is, when you're 20, well, for me, when I was 20, it wasn't difficult to stay thin because your metabolism works a lot better, you're younger.
You just look like that,
You
right?
just do. Like, when I look at 20-year-olds now, I'm like, oh, look at your skin and, oh, your body. And it's just, like, a completely different time in your life, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't think I was completely aware of the kind of how my body was going to change as I got older. People would say, oh, you know, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, you shouldn't be eating like that. And I could eat whatever I wanted. And I was busy, so I was running around. But I wasn't happy because I was busy and I was, like, married to my work and I wasn't healthy.
Then, the busyness.
The busyness is a distraction. You know, you're having takeaways, you're partying too much, you're kind of...
Sounds great.
I mean, it was fun, but... It definitely caught up with me in my 30s. And then all of a sudden that lifestyle caught up with me and my body, and I just didn't recognise myself anymore. And I thought, oh, wow, look, what's that here and what's that here? And I didn't feel good. And I remember, like, going onto, like, a red carpet, and I'd always, like, gone to events, and you know this, Katie, you go to a lot of events, and I remember the paparazzi asking me to breathe in.
Yeah, that happens, And
I was like... and I tried to, and I couldn't. I was like, it's not making any difference.
I know you said you felt like it affected you physically, but emotionally and mentally, how did it affect you?
I think I walked away from that and I thought, well, I've just got to embrace it, and this is who I am now, and I'm not now going to go on a crazy diet to try and be that 20-year-old girl, because I'm not that. I'm, you know, I'm in my late 30s, early 40s. I need to just embrace my body. People need to get used to seeing me like this, because I think a lot of it comes from people around you looking at you going, oh, you put on a bit of weight, what are you going to do about it? Or commenting on it.
It's weird that that's OK, because that's quite intrusive.
It was so normal, though, back in those... I mean, when you were on the front cover of FHM, for example, and lads' mags and things like that, it was very normal to just remember people in that box, in that guise. And so when you want to have a long career and you still want to be, you know, in the public eye, you've got to let them grow up with you and see a new you for about, you know, a good amount of time so that you don't end up making that the focus.
Do you know what I love? When you see on social media, they'll put up a picture of somebody and they'll say, you know, you'll never guess who this is, and look how much they've changed in 40 years.
You're like, that's
what were you expecting?
They're like, Kelly Brook, unrecognisable. I'm like, oh, yes, hello. Of course I am.
But do you feel like a different person? Because actually you seem really authentic and happy, and it's genuine and it exudes from you. It's just like, I know it's a bit cheesy, but it's that glint, isn't it, in your eye, where you're really comfortable and confident.
Yeah, I mean, I got married last year and I've got a lovely... Thank you. I've got a lovely, supportive partner that I've been with for a long time. He's Italian, so, you know, he's always going to want to eat food. And
Yeah?
oh, is that a picture? Yeah, so he's always going to want to have pasta for dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner. But no, he's, you know, food for them is a religion. You know? And it's not just about what you're eating, it's that time. It's taking the time to sit down, not just enjoy your food, enjoy what that's giving you, and also spend time with the family. And it's that slowing down. And I think that's, you know, we're so time poor these days. And I think it's about slowing down, making that time for family, not being married to my work, being married to him and my dog, and being at home and just being available.
Are you learning Italian?
Definitely married to my dog, by the way.
Are you learning Italian?
I'm not, no.
You're not?
Your husband to speak it for you. That will do.
His third language is English, right? So his first is Italian, then it's French, and then it's English.
And then it's abstract English.
I know.
Now, look, girl, I've got to ask you something. Yeah, we've got to get real on this show right about now. Because Robbie Williams did a podcast and he was talking about, you know, marriage life, sex and sex before marriage is different. And it's, like, completely stopped. I mean...
Oh, gosh.
A year in?
A year in. Oh, am I still getting it? Is that what you're asking?
I was going to say so funny.
That's what she's asking.
I was going to say,
you're obsessed, lady.
Does it change?
Has it changed? Well, I'm very touchy-feely, and I'm into PDAs. He's not so much. So I like a little kiss and a cuddle on the side of the street or in the car, and he's just a bit like, get off me, because he doesn't realise that it can just be...
Italians like that.
No, but he thinks it has to lead to something else, doesn't it? It's not just a kiss and a cuddle.
Right.
So, yeah, we don't have to worry about that with Jeremy. He's always in the mood.
You've been together, though, 10 years. Does it feel different being married as opposed to just together?
It does. I definitely think that we're looking forward now and with and what that looks like for us, you know, because he is Italian and he's got family abroad, and you know, everything was kind of my way for a long time, and it's now about, you know, compromise, and it's like not always spending summers with my family in Kent. It's like spending more summers abroad and being with him and his family and him
Did you
going
marry
home.
abroad as well, then?
We did. We got married. Yeah, he's got he's got a place in Italy, and we got married there, which was really beautiful. Yeah, really nice. He's a lovely guy, and he's comes from like a farming background, so he's very normal. Yeah.
Just to take a minute before we have to end, we were talking earlier about our dads and when we'd made them proud.
Oh.
I know for you it was very poignant when you were doing Strictly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I lost my dad in 2007 during Strictly Come Dancing, and I always remember it. So, like, it was such an amazing show to be a part of. And also because he used to take me to my dance classes when I was a kid in his little truck. He was a scaffolder. He used to drop me off. There he is. Drop me off in his truck. And, so he, you know, when he was ill, you know, he used to watch the show and love the show. So, yeah, it was a really special time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely memories. Kelly, it's been a joy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
We're now all going to have Judy Girl Summers and Kelly Girl Summers. That sounds a lot better. Lots to come.